Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another astounding Propagandacast from me, your host, Imperial Dane, master of propaganda, hero of the Reich, defender of the fatherland. We are off here to a 1 vs 1 on Minsk Pocket. We shall be watching Obscura here fighting for the Soviet Union. And the 25th Rifle Corps going up here against BoBPanzergrenadier Company 1942. We'll just refer to him as Bob, because that's a lot bloody easier to say. Fighting here for Deutschland, for the Großdeutschland Panzergrenadier Division here. Pioneer on survey. 2 Pioneers start here. It's only becoming a bit more common now after the patch with the Pioneers all of a sudden do a bit something, and you won't be putting yourself into a large, dark hole if you had to go for that in terms of combat prowess. Constantly around, we're also noting an early support weapon company here for Obscura. We also name commanders as Shock Rifle, Terror Tactics, and Guard Motor versus Bob. We're just going straight on for the Elite Truppen. But back here to Obscura, away from Bob for the time being. Bob, those advancing of the Pioneers, we're noting a Grenadier squad following up here for Bob. Conscripts for Obscura, point that being secured, heading for the few point, heading the sides, whereas the both Pioneers acting up the flanks. Nothing so far out of the ordinary there, I suppose. Nor for Bob. We're noting here maximum arriving for Obscura. Attempts here setting up a sandbag fighting position, not a bad idea, also to prepare for a fascist assault. Good thinking there. Obscura. Pioneers continuing on the flank, getting one munitions point. Commerce shape for the victory point. Maximum arriving. Sandbag position going up there, granting them heavy cover where there's otherwise pretty much only light, thus they would essentially have a bit of an advantage here. So that is something to keep note of there. Grenadiers there. MG42 now arriving for Bob. With the second contact squad here arriving for Obscura. Rather than interesting opening here for Obscura. Alternating most of his forces are then focusing on the right hand side. Interesting. Actually moving up here could support the combat engineers in the case of fascist assault. Another sandbag fighting position here. Pioneers advancing there, coming up, opening up on the maximum. Maximum needs to set up. There we go. Pioneers need to get out of there then. Zurück, Heinz! You need to get out of here. And there we go, getting suppressed there by the maximum. Conscripts moving in there, not looking good for the Pioneers. Once they're suppressed, of course, they'll do a lot less damage. Sure, this means the Conscripts will now have a serious advantage here against the Pioneers. Up close even. Bad news there for the Pioneers. Note, I mean, against suppressed, they barely do anything. Suppressing enemy troops basically gains you a large advantage. MG42 doing up to cover the retreat there. Also ensure the Soviets can exploit the advance here. Good job there by Bob. Grenadiers following up here for the Germans and the Großdeutschland. Conscripts moving up a bit on their own. Mortar on the way here following up on Obscura's Conscripts and MG. MG42 holding up here, pinning down the Russians. With the mighty MG42 with its high rate of fire, so designed because, well, basically the Germans had figured out that shooting more bullets in a rather short succession had a much more likelihood of killing the first target. Since they knew the rest of the squad would generally fall down, at least you're better off actually at least killing one bastard with the MG42. It's a little fun fact there in terms of how the Germans were thinking. Also noting he actually didn't finish this sandbag fighting position. Could be a sort of way of either, because we just want up there, could just basically mean, oh right, I'll just ensure I have something quickly to finish up. And then sort of, you know, in case my opponent appears before me, you know, he can't get the sandbag position. So again, I mean, in that sense, by not finishing it, I mean, he's basically ensuring only he can use it when the time comes. It's a bit of a trick actually from companies where Brits would do the same thing with their trenches. Right on note here again, the Grenadiers basically up close didn't do so much because all of a sudden, I mean, their damage advantage came much shorter and they didn't have as much health. Also noting here, we're actually noting here that Bob is using his troop training right off the bat here rather early on. A veterans 3 Grenadier squad, some Elite Grenadier. That's definitely going to be a bit dangerous. Point here, being secure. We're noting an S minefield going up here for Bob. Conscripts moving in though. They should probably stop off though and shoot away. Note, troops like Conscripts and Grenadiers don't shoot as fast when they're moving, so they're bending much more lethal when they're not moving. Mortar here firing support, the Grenadiers under fire there. Friedrich lost down, MG42 firing in there. S-mine filled up there. Pioneers continue to sneak about here behind enemy lines. I wonder what Bob could be up to there. Maximum suppressing the Grenadiers, but they're themselves getting suppressed here. Stun grenade going off there, taking a huge chunk out of the MG crew, but without killing anyone. Mortar continues to fire here in support of the motherland. Comets need to reinforce. Field Infirmary going up. And what is this? What is... Oh, Bob, you sneaky, sneaky, sneaky bastard. He's setting up an S-mine field right behind enemy lines. Entire field goes off, almost wiping out the Maxim crew, but good lord. That's definitely something where it actually suspects that Bob is actually really, really evil. But that is definitely a clever move there of S-mines. Definitely not something I've seen before, but not a bad idea per se. Though we do see here that Obscura, of course, is quick track. Of course, be careful about mortars with the own S-mine field, because, you know, as you saw here, the Germans ended up actually taking a big face full of shrapnel because of that. Obscura, though, is quick to get the mines cleared out. We might see the Pioneers going down the retreat. Could they get them? Could they get them? Rob going against the mortar crew, though, and... Oh, devastating there, and there we go. The veteran vehicle is quickly follow up there with a swift volley, executing the remainders. That was definitely rather mean-spirited right there by Bob, but he can't secure the mortar due to the fact that he had to sacrifice a Vet 3 Grenadier squad like that, which would definitely not be a good move. That, in fact, be pretty terrible. Pioneers moving up here, Grenadiers healing up, another squad trained up to Vet 23. Looks like he's relying on a much smaller, but much more elite force here. And we're seeing here a rapid move from Obscura, actually cutting off all the resource here. Also fuel cache, probably sort of ensure that even if he's going for all this troop training, because I mean he's just used it twice, he won't be getting back that far behind, but even then, already having used it twice, it's actually going to be rather expensive for him. In terms of fuel, that's already 50 fuel, that's hardly small. Right here, the Obscura makes a bit of a mistake. He moves straight into the MD-42, the Maxim, hoping to reach the car before. Instead he couldn't, and instead the result here is a bit of a massacre here of the Maxim crew. Not the wise idea, but we do see some conscripts flanking on the MD-42. Not able to push it away, but at the same time conscripts are arriving. Oh dear, could he get the MD-42? Could he get the MD-42? Comets moving in as well. Oh dear, this is a bit of a turnaround now on Bob. Looks like it makes it, looks like it makes it. Run, Heinz! Pioneers also get pushed away. That was a bit of a interesting engagement right here. Lots of people basically clinging to the sandbags for protection and all ending up dead. Rather suddenly how interesting sandbag fighting positions have become after the change again. That's one of the better things again, you know, sandbag fighting positions have become worth a damn and also worth fighting for. So that's a Russian, of course. You actually want to be careful about placing down too many, because you might actually end up having your opponent use them, then again setting up barbed wire on them can then, so of course, help you as well. Field gun following up here for Obscura next. Points securing. Veterans the 3 Grenadiers pushing back some conscripts over there. Soldaten reinforces over there in the German base. Troops are reinforcing as well. Field gun soon here. S-mine still remaining there as a painful obstacle. That still just looks like an incredibly small battlefield right there. Conscript sneaking up. Also loading anti-tank grenades. No Molotovs here for Obscura. Oh, S-mines went off there, killing Alexei and Vasily. Pioneers are fighting up close. Conscripts are a bit too close here to have a good chance against the Pioneers, while the Pioneers are also in cover. Be careful about engaging Pioneers too close. There we go. Flamethrower added. Overall, this was a good engagement for the Pioneers. Obscura here should have engaged not from here, but actually out here, thus having the range advantage rather than the Pioneers. Instead, he chose to engage them up close, and that was ultimately here to the favour of the Groß Deutschland Pioniere. Mines up there. Ooh, Pioneers just barely dodged that one, but they might not on the other way around. Troops enforcing 3 conscripts, 1 combat, 1 maximum, 1 mortar, 1 field gun. Interesting unit composition here, a bit of a combined arms overall force, but it's advancing, mortars firing away there. MD crew coming under fire. Maximum crew having support there. And there you go, Panzergrenadier arriving here for Bob. That's going to be problematic. And shock rifle has been chosen here for Obscura, immediately adding in some shock troopers with their PV-841s. Pioneers there being pushed, or Comets being pushed away there, and their mortar needs to fall away as well. The veteran Grenadiers proving to be quite the foe. Overall here we see here that Obscura is being pushed back rather heavily. the elite troops sort of thing here is paying off very nice for... Oh, but there you go, grenade! Oh dear, he might lose the veterans. He got his squad into the shock troopers. The shock troopers already gaining halfway to veterans 1. In fact, close to veterans 1 after this. Okay, they didn't get them. On the other hand, the Maxim might. Support gun is firing, and there we go, running straight in front of the Maxim. And there we go, veteran defeat grenade squad down. Bit of the danger of this kind of strategy. I mean, they can still die reasonably easy, and that's what happened here. Panzer's running change to the Maxim. Pioneer's being pushed away with the shock troopers. Panzer is pinned down like bugs at the same time. Grenadiers pushing up the centre.
We are as ready as we can be.
Definitely a lot of action going on here. Albeit at a rather smaller scale, due again to the fact that Bob just doesn't have a lot of troops, and again, pouring into a fewer, but again, more elite troops. Max, oh, MD42 making a mistake here, making a massive mistake, running straight in front of the Maxim there. Not good to move around there in the black, and there we go. Popping smoke just in case, getting close. It looks like we're able to get the MD42 here. A large victory right there for Obscura. Stun grenade going off, trying to cover the retreat, but at the same time the shock troopers could cut them down on retreat if you position them correctly. Maxim setting up here. This could be another massive loss. We also didn't give F-43s up. No, he's not paying attention. He's not paying attention. Ah! Missed opportunity there. I would say that a missed opportunity right there for Obscura to wipe out another veteran 3 Grenadier squad. At the same time, though, there's still an MD42 which can be secured for the Soviet peoples. Over to Bob here. Rather shot on units. Another Grenadier squad here. He's training out troops now, the Panzergrenadiers as well. Again, it's a rather interesting strategy he's playing at. He's actually using troop training more than just a single unit here and there. He's actually using it rather regularly to get most of his troops onto a higher level. And he's also acknowledging, again, he's probably a bit behind in terms of some places, but he's still doing it. So it's actually rather interesting to see.
How can we help?
And there you go, another veteran 3 Grenadier squad. Again, it's costing him a lot of fuel. I mean, it's 25 fuel. He's used it 4 times so far. That's already 100 fuel. And again, that's also why it's important for him to have this fuel cache. Amongst other things, it sort of helps a bit. Support armor corps appears there.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
Obscura once more makes progress. He's also getting a tank with battalion commander. Some, so both players will have armor at the same time, which would actually be slightly disadvantage there to Obscura to a certain extent.
We are losing a sector.
Unless he can strike hard enough his opponent's fuel supplies or something. Panzer charging out in the open. Right here, this is more chance here. The conscript is doing something, but against the Panzer we get close. And there we go. Fitting down again. I mean, there's now just charging across home ground is a last good strategy. In this case, the Panzer's got a bit lucky, but overall, not that lucky. They still suffered 1 loss. In this case, Obscura retreated, with basically also suffering only 1-man loss either. Overall, that's a victory for him. Then he's getting suppressed. A bit of a riot grenade going off. Obscura senses what's going on, quickly gets out there in time. Nice job there. MD42 opening up the Panzers out in the open. Good use there of enemy machine guns. But there we go. We do see a nice move in from Obscura, flanking the Maxim there with some BoBPanzergrenadier elite troops. Nothing good there for the Maxim. Pioneers pushing up the centre. Maxim cleared out. Troops enforcing.
Pack gun is ready for orders.
Pack arriving here for Bob. Will he be also betting that up? That could be interesting as well. And he's actually crewed the Maxim here with some Grenadiers. Mortar runs flying in there from left and right. MD42 holding up here from the Pioneers. Oh, Maxim moving out in front of the shock troopers, and there go the shock troopers. Look, they're cleaning that out rather rapidly up close. Good job there by Obscura. He might be able to get it back. That's giving him 2 machine guns again, and there we go. The Grenadiers did not make it out there. Bob having pushed his luck a bit too far.
Yes.
Bob should certainly consider then to at least get up a machine gun bunker here or there to sort of help something, because again, he's playing with a rather low unit count, and in that department, map control is going to be a rather massive issue for him, so at least some bunkers might make up for it to a certain extent, or he should get a half track to then rapidly ferry troops around that way, having a small but highly mobile force. Right now what he's got is a rather elite but also footborne force, and that's rather leaves in some departments a bit weak, and with certain weaknesses. There's getting some shot out though, getting rather dangerous here again. Burst units in, can't just basically charge him like that. I mean, oh! A bit of an interesting move. He actually moved in, got close, then popped in a stun grenade to allow him to retreat. Interesting. I mean, Bob is certainly pulling off some interesting tactics here and there.
sector.
Overall, some rather interesting German play, and again, I imagine we'll be seeing more sort of different German tactics appearing. And likely also Soviet tactics appearing. Commies here running into the Grenadiers, they are not looking good, Commies are pushed back with minor losses. There you go, Pesco showing with the shock troopers. Actually charging in within range here, the Panzer could actually stay at range and have the ranges there. There we go, pick grenade off. Panzer is getting shredded here. They are veteran 3, but the shock troops quickly getting veteran 2 and overall just gaining quite much. He might even get them, No! Mate out there, Pioneers trying to push in, a bit too close there, a bit too close. Both squads suppressed here by the MG42, veterans 1 already. Just tearing through the unfortunate Deutsches Pioniere. But at the same time, veteran 3 Grenadier squad sneaking in, liking to flank in, it would seem. Panzer 4 being made here for the Großdeutschen, but already a T-34 has arrived here for Obscura and the Soviet Union.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Quick flank down the MG42, rifle grenade, gewehr 43s. Oh, nasty hit there, but the crew, well, the survivors get away. So right there we see here that Bob has been denied some of his fuel. Good job there, good job there. T-34 rolls up with a 76mm gun. And he's looking to get in there close with that Panzerfaust and disable it. But the Maxim quickly puts a stop to those streams while the counter shock troops are hoping to put a permanent stop to any dreaming or breathing. He might even get those Grenadiers. That could be another massive loss right then again. Just 3 experience of the highest grade there for the shock troopers. Panthers are arriving. Other troops are arriving, and there you go. The shock troops getting murdered there up close. Too many MP40s and flamethrowers and the assault rifles here. Nice Pioneer assault. But at the same time now the T-34 is proving a problem. Pack 40 arriving, Panzer 4's also arrived. Oh dear, the T-34 could be in trouble. And we're seeing here troop training for the Panzer 4 giving Blitzkrieg. T-34 though needs to escape this with some rather rapid back movements. Get it off, a nice hit then the Panzer 4. Pack 40 trying to turning him up on the T-34, not quite having full success, but there we go. T-34 coming within the line of fire, and there we go. Nice hit there, nice hit. Ooh, next shots there, hits from the misses, I mean. Oh, there we go. Panzer 4 is actually down to half health, but the combined effort there of the Pack 40 conspired to bring down that T-34. Nice hit from all on the Pack 40. Bob here is now on the one actually on the back foot, but at the same time that T-34 down, there's a bit of a chance of Bob getting back in the fight, in particular since that really places Panzer 4 close to veterancy 2.
Grenadiers reporting.
Obscura though is dominating at the moment. Countries here versus 2 veteran Pioneer squads at range, but the Pioneers pretty close in, but at the same time they are rather damaged. One Pioneer squad already pulled away. On the other hand, the countries will have to pull away now. The Pioneers are simply a bit too much. Even then, they are still taking quite a bit of damage. More train going down. Oh! That could result in a full loss of a Pioneer squad there. No, looks like they pull away. Maxim going down, he needs to fall back. Field going to have a running covering fire.
Enemy contact! It's Ivan!
There you go, Maxim up with a bottom grenade goes in. Instant death. And the bomb grenade was a powerful tactic there employed by Germans not just in World War II but in World War I.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
And more troops rushing forward here to plug the holes in the front line. Currently there's nothing to really stop the fascist onslaught. Panzer 4 rapidly following up, no repairs for that. Another Panzer well rank for Bob.
They're in the shit now!
And there goes shock troopers, might be able to turn the tide once more. The Panzers didn't get a bit too close. Thus giving the shock troopers a really good time there, getting down, and there we go, just tearing through the Panzers. Shock troopers really are nasty, and there we go, veterans of the Panzer squad down. Veterancy by now actually gives little survivability. Sort of help the closest you can actually sort of have a slightly higher chance of dodging shots. But overall, no armor. I mean, either you get hit or you don't. That's basically it now, in terms of veterancy. Which basically means shock troopers overall, in particular once the veterancy up, can really tear through other veteran units up close. Looks like he's trying to knock out that Panzer 4 with the Schürzen on. Barely functional. Now this squad flanking in. No, oh! Shock troopers quickly have to react to this, falling back here. Panzers might try and get off an anti-tank grenade, but they're close going down. There we go. Doesn't quite get it though. To penetrate. Field gun cleared out here by a nice tank by the Grenadiers. Pioneers rushing in again to the MD-42s. There we go. Veteran 2 for the MD-42. There's it close, getting shredded. Bull sights then suffering heavy loss here in the fight for the forests. Other peasants one nearby. Engage at range. Engage at range. Range. Don't run up to them. I think Obscura could actually have won that one, to be honest, in particular with a quick grenade. Oh well. Just my opinion anyways. Over to Obscura though. Again, he's got the much larger force. He's still got a large chunk of the map. He's got a few weapons he needs to quickly get recruit. Also looks like he might be aiming for an IS-2 though. He'd probably need a fuel card to sort of really get there. He's also got plenty of munitions. So a few mines in there would probably also be a good idea. And some incendiary artillery barrels to sort of greatly get at some units of rationing. For example, right here. You can sort of slightly guess where there's something there. Pop it down there and burn them away. That might work. Of course, nothing here with the veteran pioneers having fought well, are now also better at repairing and are quickly putting together that Panzer IV. Right here, though, I think Bob should actually veterancy up it further to veterancy 3 if possible, because once it hits that, it's really going to be quite the menace. That would be my suggestion, anyways. And why wait for it to sort of naturally get that way when you can actually get it up for a bit of resources and thus have a Panzer IV with a high rate of fire and some decent armor.
We are losing territory. Fucking flamethrower!
Again, Pioneer assault here supporting the Panzer IV's advance. Obscura calling back his men before they get slaughtered badly. Bit of light engagement on the right flank. Conscripts versus Grenadiers, so quick mains to cover. Got the Conscripts, get them here, and again, the veterans and the Grenadiers of the Guerrilla 43 speed them out. Chance of Conscripts to fall back though. Still doing alright damage, in fact taking them down to 2 Grenadiers. All of a sudden they might have a slight chance there again. No, Grenadiers really die out quickly now. So again, you have to be careful with those sort of head-on assaults. Not really the Grenadiers' forte anymore. One field gun that quickly died out, another field gun here firing support. Panzer IV taking a nice hit. Bob here desperately trying to clear up the field gun, ensuring he can't be captured by those Bolshevik bastards. Sadly, no incendiary arms being launched here for the MD-42. I do feel a bit sad about that. And there goes another nice hit there on the Panzer IV. That's going to compel Bob to pull it back. No sight of incendiary artillery barrages either. Come now, Obscura. There you go. Panzer IV is on the retreat once more. We see a second Panzerkampfwagen arriving. Also now trained up there. And there we go. They simply have no chance here. Shock troopers tearing through them as if they were made of paper. So overall, I mean, shock troopers now are still really effective on the other hand. Unlike the previous patch, you know, you couldn't just charge them straight up in no man's land and just get them there. Now you have to use a bit of tactics. You have to sort of mask your advance a bit more, but on the other hand, they still, once they get close, they will absolutely wreak havoc. So a little something there.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
Falling back there, Panzer IV advancing, probably the sound of that, which compelled him to pull back. Another field gun. The other one sadly was wrecked here by the fascists. Here we go, Panzer IV. Ooh, a bit of a desperate move here by Bob actually to clear out and protect the victory for him. In fact, Obscura is now rather nicely dominated all of them. You've seen he's actually getting rather close to the IS-2. He just needs a bit of manpower. Just a bit.
AT gun here.
Panzer IV sneaking in there. I mean, some really nice flanking here from Bob. A really active flank it would seem. He certainly does seem to have a bit of a nice tactical mind here. Not just silly, nilly-willy head-on attacks. So that's nice to see, actually. But at the same time, Obscura is actually putting up a pretty stoic and stalwart defense here. Pushing back Bob wherever he tries to make an advance most of the time. Again, I'm a bit disappointed no incendiary artillery barrels to sort of, you know, try and harass his advances on the other hand. I mean, he's got plenty of munitions for it. Awesome mines. I mean, some mines here, and, you know, also on the minor roads over here, and possibly here would be great for him. I mean, he's got the munitions for it. So really should do something with it. To be honest.
Capture complete. The new men have arrived. Enemy forces are neutralizing.
So I must confess I'm a bit disappointed in Obscura over that, just a bit. In particular when he knows he has roaming panzers, a few mines sort of disable them in the spot would be nice. Field guns moving up here, oh dear, he's actually sitting up the path here towards the base. Bob charges in the Panzer IV, but ends up straight in front here, an anti-tank grenade, oh, hits the engine, sets it on fire, field guns turning around here. Heavy engine damage. Gott im Himmel. It's confirmed 2 field guns popping smoke. Neben Heinrich. Grenades going off. They're clearing out. Doesn't even clear it out. Field guns still falling into the smoke. They know where it is. It can't move. Us. Absolutely terrible right there. Bob getting a bit too cocky. Losing an elite Panzer IV. Well, veteran Panzer IV crew. A disgrace there for the Reich. And he might even lose the Panzergrenadiers here to the Russians. There we go. Heavy losses right there inflicted upon the Großdeutschland. Grenadiers moving up there, sneaking on the flank. But quickly rushed off the field as well. Field gun recruit needs to sort of secure things a bit. Panzer IV advancing up here. Nothing to stop it, nothing to stop it. Boris, we're pointing the wrong way. Yes, let's hope no one pays attention. Anyway, it's time for the mid-game analysis. Things are definitely heating up a bit here. I mean, we just see Obscura deliver quite the swift kicking to the testicular area on board. They're knocking out 1 Panzer score and eventually 2 Panzer IV in a bit of a bold move there. All that at the same time, Bob probably should not adjust in as blindly as that. Though, of course, he probably hadn't expected on the heavy engine damage right in front of the field guns there. That was unfortunate. But I rather think he should just try to get away rather than get stuck in that department for once. On the other hand, it's not entirely bleak here. I mean, he does have 1 ace up his sleeve, and we'll just focus a bit. I mean, he still has the Tiger Ace, and he's got the resource for it, he's got the command points for it. I imagine he's going to sort of try then and rely on the ace to sort of salvage this situation. Because otherwise, I mean, Obscura has a larger part of the map, he's definitely got a lot of units. One thing that he doesn't have is a lot of mines. Again, he's got a ton of munitions, and that department there might be a chance, of course, at the same time. What we know is that he's soon going to get an IS-2, and the IS-2 could actually provide a decent threat to the Tiger 8. I mean, it's not going to be that straightforward either. But certainly at the moment, I imagine that Bob's brightest chance might be a Tiger 8, but he's going to need to be careful with it. Though again, because Obscura is not laying down any mines, he's not going to worry that much about certain things. So that's a bit unfortunate. But rather the way Obscura is actually proceeding, particularly the field guns, I think Tiger 8 should actually have a reasonable chance of pushing things back as well. So a slight chance of victory for Bob, if he plays his cards correctly, gets up some pants again. I think he should sort of slowly try to train them up to Veterans 3. As Veterans 3 would definitely give him a bit of a better set of cards on his hand. Always be careful with his infantry again. He does have a slight tense again. That's because also he has a low unit count, splitting up too much, trying to hold too much again. That's a bit the problem. He's trying to hold too much with a much more elite force. He needs something to somehow augment this. Either bunkers or transport to then allow him to rapidly and swiftly moving around his elite force sort of strike here and there. Otherwise, he's basically biting off more than he can chew by a few miles. So that's definitely something he needs to work on there, I think. As for Obscura, spend some of that munitions. Either get down some incendiary artillery barrages and units or begin mining the snot out of a large chunk of the map. Also get that IS-2 in as soon as possible and pull back your lines a bit here. They're a bit of scattered right now, and a good well-handled tank or Tiger Ace could easily throw this. So in fact, a few infantry squads, in fact, looks like these Grenadiers could in fact turn a complete mess out of this and turn it into a full rout here from Obscura, which would really hurt him. Though what would hurt him even more is actually, for example, losing this MD-42 back to Bob. So there's definitely a few threats here that Obscura needs to quickly rectify before it all turns sour. Also known here, Veterans 3 shock troopers will definitely be one of his greater assets, and definitely something you sort of endeavour to do the most with in this fight. But there's the turn here. Conscripts here in a really bad position, straight in front of a Panzer IV, getting absolutely shredded. Maxim doing what it can, MD-40 here, field gun covering, trying to clear up the fuel cache there. Field gun here ranks the front of the pioneers again. The way Obscura set things up here, utter chaos, utter massacre. A few nice flanks here from Bob, sorted out. All of the imports is up to cover. Panzer IV rolls in. Nice panzer maneuvering there, and there we go. The Joseph Stalin has arrived to deliver the anger of Stalin to the Hitlerites. Right here, everything is simply getting outmaneuvered. The field guns are in despair. And just as Obscura's front line is being utterly disassembled, a Tiger has arrived to further widen the gap. There's definitely a bit of an issue there for Obscura, although he does again have the IS-2. There we go. Pioneers can shred it, although they do gain veterans who flee.
Enemy forces are capturing our
Tiger 8's
supplies.
moving up here. Shot fails to penetrate. Second shot stuns the crew. Not a target weak point then, that should have gone for properly. Ooh, driving around here, they're going to try to get a hit. There we go, nice hit from the IS-2. Taking out a nice chunk of health there on the Tiger 8s. IS-2 is still yet to suffer a single penetrating shot. There we go, another hit. Tiger 8 is getting already here close to half health. Whereas the Tiger 8, IS-2 is yet to suffer a single penetrating hit. I mean, don't underestimate the thick armor of the IS-2. We can actually strike off a lot of shots. They're getting off the anti-tank grenade. Looks like he's jumped to disable it. Moving in the IS-2 again. Oh, didn't get off the anti-tank grenade. Oh, it did. Oh, failed to penetrate. IS-2 moves up here. Shocks off shots from the Panzer IV and the Pak-40 as well.
Heavy armor here.
Already halfway to Veterans E1. Has done quite a bit of damage and not a single shot has penetrated its armor. Which, by the way, was pretty much the only improvement on the IS-3. It had better armor, basically. Otherwise, it was the exact same tank.
HMG crew is ready.
So, a little fun fact there. Fuel cache there being secured. Troops reinforcing. Need to do so quickly though. Tiger's being repaired. They need to focus on it.
A squad of infantry has been killed.
Losses now being properly inflicted here on Obscura. The Tiger's running in. Got IS-2 moves in. Field gun opens up there. Tiger 8's down to half health already. Finally, a shot penetrates the IS-2. After so many shots, finally something goes through that thick sloped armor.
Waiting for your command.
Merging there with the field gun. A good move there. Pioneers moving in there. I think there was a bit of a silly move in there. Got another pack shot goes through. But not before the Pak-40 crew then gets murdered by a mortar hit. Oh dear. At the same time though, we are seeing Bob leading a nice charge here down the centre. He's clearing out both fuel points here for the glory of Deutschland. Sadly at the moment, Obscura does have one problem. He lacks the sufficient pioneers to properly and rapidly repair the IS-2. And now he's actually beginning to bleed out rather severely. Quite unfortunate here. Tiger 8 actually advances straight into the field gun. Nice hit there on it. Nice hit.
You have a target.
Ambush tactics up. He's actually trying to hide it. Trying to sort of buy himself more time there. Doesn't quite succeed. Bit of a shame the IS-2 continues up here. Panzer IV veteran is 2 as well. Another bit of shots in there. And there we go. Field gun down. Mortar next to feel the wrath of Deutschland. Continue versus Grenadiers. IS-2 moves in to assist, and oh, there we go. Stun grenade fails to make much of an impression. In fact, the grenades could go down here. There we go. Executed on the run. With another field gun here on the way. IS-2 pulling back. More engineers are needed. The IS-2 are on the hunt. The 8 is on the hunt. Opening up on a squad of conscripts here, hold up here nicely behind heavy cover. The 7-man can't hold much longer. There we go, they fell apart like bags of sand. And there we go. Conscripts forced to fall back. Ace already down to half health again. And the Ace almost veterans he won.
Field gun standing by.
So the IS-2 is definitely putting the fear of the motherland into that Ace crew. And certainly should not be underestimated. And that clearly seems to be something that Bob here is learning rather the hard way.
We have a new unit. We have secured the area.
But at the same time, it is giving Bob here a nice sort of springboard to sort of actually make some progress back on the map after having been contained for quite a bit of time now. Panzer IV now makes a move here. Engineers finally arrive here to repair. He's getting close to being able to call in another IS-2, at least in terms of fuel, though he's definitely going to be lacking the manpower, and will need to sort of hold out for several minutes.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Gonna use their best of shock troopers. Not good. There we go. Grenades being exchanged. stun grenade stops them. His fleet grenadiers opening up there. He keeps going on with these veteran fleet grenadiers. It's definitely interesting to note here from Bob. He is rather persistent in that. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it's definitely interesting to note. If he loses a squad, he will replace it with an elite unit. Again, that's also, I suppose, one of the things you can do with elite troops. Again, is to ensure you basically always have some veteran troops on hand, even if you lose them. And will certainly provide you with some further strength in a later game. So that's very interesting to note right there from Bob. He definitely seems to be one of those few people who sort of use elite troops consistently, which is actually something rather positive. Although, again, I mean, Kasai might be a bit of a bother, but, you know, I'd rather see it properly used instead of just, you know, being used to sort of bed up a sniper and then get a Tiger Ace, for example. I mean, he uses stun grenades, he uses smoke, he uses Gewehr for defeat, but he also uses troop training rather consistently. And there's a lot more to it. And finally, Obscura gets around to some mines. That's a bit bloody late there, mate.
Mines all set.
Another engineer squad on the way. That's also about time. MG4 to the force to fall back.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector. Enemy tank! Run for cover! IS-2 here. Enemy contact.
Panther 4 under a bit of direct fire there from the Russians. Force to fall back, then moving back to the Pack 40, covering them as well. And country actually moving up close to the current Pioneers, but the Pioneers take force back. But the Ace is here to sort things out, immediately cutting down a few Russians. Then it is being pushed away. Bit of a problematic situation there. Field gun moving up, IS-2 rolling around.
Tac. Mortar ready for order.
I am a bit surprised though that Bob has made no attempt here to actually use target weak point, which would really help him against the IS-2. And again, ambush tactics. We're actually seeing ambush tactics being usually sort of trying to ensure the Tiger Ace basically moves in, I imagine, to a situation where the field gun then has a high chance of penetrating. Which is overall not bad thinking if you get into exposed the rear. Right here though, I'm not sure what happened either way though. We do see engine damage as it hits the mine. Good job. IS-2 though falling back here. At the same time the field is caught in a rather nice situation there. He probably positioned a bit badly. Resulting in a bit clear out there. Unfortunately, I mean the Nadir was nice. The execution though was a bit less strong. But here we go. IS-2 already close to Vaccine 2, which would mean range increase. Also increase of accuracy. And of course the Ace is still taking, you know, massive damage. Mortar crew and some others, his trouble. Obscura might have made a bit too bold calculation there. And the combats are taking a rather exposed route there to get to the IS-2 as well. Lots of fighting happening here. Mines going down again. Again, he's still got tons of munitions. He's being called down some incendiary barrages here, folks. I'm right here to sort of do some nasty damage to the infantry over here. Probably not being paid attention to. So I'm a bit disappointed again of the massive munitions float going on here by Obscura. I'm a bit disappointed in that. A bit. Rather bold move than Panzer forming straight into Obscura's space. Bob is definitely feeling confident again. But his confidence proved to be his undoing. Getting closer to the second IS-2. Shock is engaging two veteran fleet gunner squads and he's out in the open a bit there. Oh, there we go. Grenade first. He should probably actually pop smoke and then close in, I think. IS-3 keeping the Panther 4 at bay there, keeping a bit honest. Shock resisting versus that many grenades out in the open. I mean, they simply can't do nothing. Again, that's rather the new weakness of them. You can't just run out that much out in the open and not get cut down. You should have used a smoke grenade to actually allow him then the ability to maneuver out in the open.
Our territory is falling.
Extremely close to another IS-2. Tiger Ace Panther 4 getting ready to sort of drop the hammer of the Third Reich upon the IS-2 here. And I think Obscura is sort of figuring out what's doing here. I mean, you can hear through the fog of war that something's rolling around. And he's probably not going to expect reinforcements. Of course, he's pulling back. Obscura here seems a bit upset. Looks like he finally goes. Oh, good lord, there's a tree flying at me. Anyway, IS-2 falling back. Again, bouncing off a lot of the shots. Second ice to the right. But now we do see here that Bob here has pulled out nicely again. Though, had there been more mines, I think an advance from Mr. Bob would have been a lot harder to pull off.
Supply sector under attack.
So I don't think Obscura is entirely innocent in the current situation.
Machine gun turret has arrived.
I mean, the amount of mines and the overall the amount of munitions expended has been rather suspicious. So there we go, ice moving up. Commander 5 in the Tiger Ace. This one though, still having some luck. And again, other one moving in as well. There we go, another hit there on the Tiger Ace. Protector penetrating, almost down. Panther 4 moving in.
200 points remain.
He needs to reinforce those engineers so they can repair even faster. I see in a bit of trouble. Still no target weak point from Bob.
Heavy tank here.
Actually, wasn't it supposed to be
Engineers
switching
ready.
out to Bob? Hang on. Ah, crap. Well, we'll have a Bob the last of the way there again. Sometimes it happens. Sorry. Don't like it when I do when I forget to switch objectives or perspectives. Anyways, I still being repaired. He's finally got those reinforced as well.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
More pioneers arriving. Another Panther Force. Right, this time though, he's not trained it up. Probably because he's a bit lacking in the fuel department, I suppose.
What do you need? Yeah. We have killed the enemy.
Obscura seems a bit upset here, but I'd hardly say he's lost already. I mean, he's still got 2 IS-2s. One of them extremely close to Veteran 2.
Fire.
That's not something you should take lightly. In particular, it's going to be seen here, the IS-2 do have quite the ability to shrug off enemy fire, even from the Ace. And again, the Ace has basically much the same penetration level as a regular Tiger. Which again means it's actually less than a... well, actually less than the IS-2. So it actually has a less than 50% chance of penetrating the frontal armor of it. But again, he does have something to use, but he's not using target weak point, and I'm certainly wondering a bit why.
Contact. Soviet contact.
It's an absolutely awesome ability. Well, there you go. IS-2 getting close there to being ready to push forward in force. Victory points are going down rather rapidly. Mortar firing in support. Shots failed to penetrate. Oh, some poor bastards went down there by the looks of it. There we go. Shocking the Tiger crew. He should have probably waited for the other IS-2 to be ready, but now it is almost. Back 45 way there. Finally, shot penetrates. No target weak point. And there we go. Veteran 2, increasing accuracy, increasing range. Overall, increasing survivability of it as well. Quick to repair. Good. Small force here being dispatched to move up the left-hand side. Oh, pioneers are a bit exposed. Stunning. Veteran running for the back 40. One that I see already down to half health. I think he should try and attack with both of them at the same time, actually just waiting a bit instead of just alternating between them. Shooting at some trees, not having the greatest rate of success there for Obscura's Veteran IS-2. Still a nice assembly of heavy armor here, plus a back 40 prevents any direct assault. Anti-40 covering the flank and line. Ooh, he might be pushing straight for the victory point here. Good thinking. Grenadier does a bit of damage. Grenade goes off there, almost wiping out the Grenadiers. Oh, he might get them. Still doing nasty damage there to Bob. Panther Force moving in. IS-2 almost ready again, and there we go, moving out. He might be able to ambush the Panther Force and knock them out. Needs to move for the other victory point. Managed to push away the troops up at the same time the Panther Force advancing. IS-2s are also. There we go, Panther Force takes one hell of a hit there. Grenadiers flanking in. Shots failed to penetrate, getting straight there by 50 calibers. Now we see the Ace moving in. Victory point secured, stopping the drain just a bit, or he's slowing it down. The Ace is moving up, going up here, sneaking in, quickly. Panther Force moving up to deal with these interlopers. And the Pioneers all of a sudden encountering a bit of a nasty obstacle here. Ace is abandoned the pack 40. He's actually moving in. He's actually moving in. Not sure what Bob is thinking.
Victory is in our grasp. The enemy has 25 points remaining.
That was definitely a bit of a dangerous move here. Target weak point or blitz and get out of there. Popsum's not get out. There we go, blitzing. But again, not necessarily the best blitz territory, but nonetheless, blitzing through a large amount of trees. Escaping the wrath here of 2 heavy Soviet tanks. Oh, he might go enough for the Panzer Force. One is with an engine damaged, meaning he can't escape. Good job there. Nice little parting gift. 2 victory points on the command of the Soviets now. Having the healthier one lead the charge. Good thinking there as well. There we go. Quick volley there. Decimates one Panzer IV. The other one popping smoke, but there's nowhere to go. And so close to Veteran 3 too. There you go. Another hit here. Gains Veteran 3. Ace moving up. Ace moving up. Main gun destroyed. Focus on the Ace then. Oh no, he isn't, he's still shooting at the Panzer IV. There we go, Panzer IV down to the Ace in the Pack 40. Tiger Ace already heavily damaged here. Down to half health. Focus it down, one target at a time. Field gun firing support as well. Ace is in trouble. And there we go, Ace went down. The IS-2s were successful, the other one out of control. Where is it? And he's here taking a few kills. Actually getting shredded there by the gunner. And he's getting murdered. Another gunner spot here down for the course. Deutschland. Shock troops moving in. 29 kills. Just changed through the Pioneers. Also in terms of the army missing. Actually rather equal. And again, looking good, looking good. Pioneers have been pushed away. Victory points might be the only way now for Bob to get back at a victory. But he's got nothing to hold this with. Bit of a nasty army engagement here. We just saw numerous tanks vanishing right here, leaving behind only one IS-2 as the sole survivor.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Shock troopers continue the relentless hunt. Pack 40 crew here trying to escape.
We are losing a sector.
Can it successfully escape? Looks like it. Very close escape there though. Very close escape. More guys arriving here. Will he be going for some panzers, which means he probably won't be training them up anymore. Oh, that was a demo charge. He failed to set it off. And it looks like the MG42 setting up to cover the northern victory point, sitting up behind an old Opel Blitz, ready to ambush anyone and shred them. Definitely not taking a chance. There you go. The IS-2 is combat ready as well. I actually think you should just pull back and actually hold it here, perhaps sitting up in the building here. Would be a nice covering position for that southern victory point. But it's going in there and looks like the IS-2 realises what's going on there and rumbles in. Looks like he will be aiming for another Panzer IV.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Or not. Now both players are actually flooding quite a few resources. S-minefield down here. Oh dear. Got the conscripts in the direction of the 3 Pioneers. Tore through them. And up here, the Grenadiers is being murdered here by the veteran 3 MG42. Going through them like a hot knife through butter. But there we go, got the victory point, and there we go, immediately switching over to capture mode. Good thinking there. Good thinking there.
This is German territory.
Immediately stopping the drain on the point. Sharp thinking.
AT gun here.
Mortar not really hanging out in the front. The guys really should just pull back and hold, I think.
Grenadiers.
But again, oh, he's just floating. I think he might have given up since he's not spending resources on anything. Oh, now he's taking up and getting another pack. I think he's just given up at this stage. If I'm there.
Losing the sector.
In which case I might well speed this up a bit.
Our renovated Obscura is ready, and heavy tanks
I see charging in. Just clearing up things rather handily. Another ISU arrives, going to getting murdered. Pack 45 into the ISU.
We've learned something useful today. Standing by.
Looks like Grenadiers there might go down on the retreat. Oh, Pioneer Squad extinguished in an instant. And that looks to be it. The Großdeutschland failed to hold the forest part here. We're pushed back with heavy casualties, saw a lot of elite troops go down in horrible, horrible messes. I mean, overall, very interesting game here. We saw elite troops really being pushed to the limits here by Bob, and definitely a big thumbs up for there. Also some rather interesting use of S-mines here and there. But at the same time, he felt like at times he was just getting a bit too overconfident there, making some mistakes, throwing away some rather elite units, also perhaps not realising again he was playing with a larger small force, and he needed something to somehow compensate that in terms of map control. I think that was one of his major failings. He should either have had some bunkers up, or he should have had a transport in the form of a half-track quickly shifting around the Grenadiers and Panzergrenadiers. I think that would have given him a lot more staying power and made it a lot harder for Obscura to otherwise push forwards. Obscura, though, also make good use of shock troopers. His tanks, though, the ISUs really, I mean, saw some good use with that. Also support weapons and the likes. I think one major mistake, though, from him was, you know, he floated so much munitions. No use of mines, barely for a larger part of the map, and no incendiary. I think had he done that, he could also make things a lot more difficult for Bob, and he might be able to finish this fight faster, for example, able to sort of probably load things into a few mines. So I think that is rather something he could work on in that department. Otherwise, some nice flanking action from both. Nice use of cover. Good use of sandbags here by Obscura. I mean, overall, very interesting fight. So, I hope you enjoyed this fight. I also hope you learned something, because I think there's a lot of good things in this fight. If you did want to subscribe, tell your friends. Share it with everyone. If not, send in a replay and provide some feedback in the comments. If you send in a replay, you know, provide a link to the leaderboard so you can sort of, you know, get a clear idea of who you are. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.